estoy y no puedo ver. Great damage.
1.1 loco, hace. What's up, guys? My name is Antrex, and today I bring you that special build I was using last night. I know you guys are super excited to see it. This is what I have so far: 1.5 million armor, 4 yellow core attributes, and we are using Spark. Spark is finally working as intended. We're also using Memento, and we are using this special brand set. And Press International. I know a lot of you will be mad at me for using this. Some of you might be confused. Why you're not using Wyvern or two-piece Grupo Sombra for the crit damage skill, explosive damage? Guys, and Press International, we don't care about the first bonus. We care about the 10% skill damage and the 10% skill efficiency. Skill efficiency is all of the above: skill damage, skill durations, status effects, everything. And when you pair that with Memento backpack, we are also receiving a skill efficiency here. So the Press International Memento, they go hand in hand. It's gonna be an amazing build. Let me show you my numbers before we even proceed. 50% critical hit chance, 135 critical hit damage. Base armor regen, 20k. It could go as high as 64k. Now, for some reason, they decided to remove the trophies from the White House. I guess people were doing that and then go farming. So, rip. Anyways, all my mask I got. Crit chance, crit damage with a crit damage mod. Chest, we are using one piece Belson for the armor regen. Here, you will want crit damage. We don't care about the armor regen. It literally doesn't add anything beneficial. It's just one attribute for armor regen. It's just not gonna do anything. We are rocking Spark. Here, you could use literally any talent. Efficient, if you want to pair that with survivalist. Every time you put someone on status, your friends are gonna get 10% extra damage. And also, when you use an armor kit, you're gonna heal them. I don't want to rely on my skills. So every time that I put someone or that I use a skill, I'm gonna proc Spark for 15 seconds. Let me see if it's the same in PvP. So every time that I use either of my skills, I'm gonna get Spark active. That's gonna give me an additional 15% total weapon damage. All right, guys, we are rocking the Capacitor. The Capacitor is the only weapon that gives you weapon damage every time you have skill tiers. I'm rocking 4 skill tiers. We are talking about 30% just on the skill tiers alone. When you pair that with Spark, and we also rocking 1 red because of the backpack, you get a lot of damage with the weapon. Okay, the 1 golem because of the status effects. If you want it, I'm gonna show you different options that you could run this build, but you could also rock 2 wyverns and 2 golem and remove the international, so you get more regen. All right, I got armor, crit chance, crit damage there. This is the only piece messing up the build. Armor, status effect, skill damage. Everything else is just completely maxed out. Here I got crit chance, crit damage. You know what Memento does. 1 red, blue, and yellow core attribute with a crit chance mod. Okay, now here, this is my chem launcher. I got 6 ammo, PvP damage, burn damage, base. Remember, the more trophies we have, the more damage we're gonna do, because skill efficiency is gonna improve all of our skills. Sticky bomb, PvP damage, base 643. Not taking into consideration any buff or any trophies, nothing. Okay, let me show you base damage. Look at that beauty, almost 3 million. Okay, what else can I tell you about the build? Again, technician for the extra yellow core attribute. Make sure that you're rocking that 10% skill damage instead of the healing. And if you wanted to, again, you could use the perfect Belson piece right here. So you get that perfect efficient, and you have a 25% chance that you will literally consume the armor kit. 75%, bro. With the regular one, I was able to use 20 armor kits back to back. With this one, I think the best I got was 25 without picking any armor kit. It was just my teammate shooting at me. I was procking armor kits back to back, and I was able to proc 25 armor kits before I ran out. Again, if you decided to use perfectly efficient, I recommend that you guys use survivalist. So every time that you use that armor kit, you're gonna heal your mates, and also when you apply status, they're gonna get that 10% additional damage on status affected enemies. Okay, there's really, I got the paramaniac here, but you shouldn't be using paramaniac. Let me just give you an example. Base damage 329, 210. Come on, you can't use it. It's gonna be the same damage here. Now we proc spark, so we increase the damage. But let me show you. Wait, wrong skill. With the paramaniac, 303, and look with 375. And again, the more you shoot. Oh, that's another thing that I didn't explain. When you use a capacitor, you get skill damage. 1.5 skill damage per stack, and you could stack it up 40 times. We're rocking 1.5 million. We have DPS. You're gonna be shooting the capacitor all day, every day. So it's gonna be extremely easy for you to cap the skill damage. So I didn't even show you how much that's gonna increase our skill damage. Let me just not waste any time and go immune here. So our sticky bomb was 3 millions. All right, 3 million. Let me make sure I don't lose it. Guys, 4 million, 4.5 almost. Come on, man. This build is just perfect. It works with any skills, all right? Alright, so this is not the best scenario for me to test this build because PvE and PvP damage are way different. I'm just gonna show you why I'm using Enterprise because of the skill efficiency, which goes extremely well with Memento because you also get a skill efficiency. Skill efficiency is everything skill related, skill damage, skill duration, everything, even skill repairs, status, everything. So let me just show you something. I don't have the weapon active. The chem launcher base 247. That's your status. And the initial damage is 588, right? Now I'm going to show you the sticky fire. 318. And let's look at those numbers. 2 million, 1.9. Now let me show you what would happen when we don't have that skill efficiency on the backpack. So we should have lost the yes, that's base armor regen. So we don't have the skill efficiency from the backpack. Again, let me start with the sticky fire. We were creating for 318, right? That's the most common number, 318. Now let's reset this. You see, it almost increased by 100k. Now let me reset. And 198, and the chem launcher before was at 247, so almost 50k. 588, and the initial damage was 471k. All right, so for me right now, this is the best way to run this build. Now I'm gonna show you different ways that you can actually run this build. If you don't want to, you don't have to use technician. You could use any specialization now, but if you were to use technician, you get that additional yellow. Why you want that additional yellow? Yes, you're gonna do more skill damage, more status effects, but also you're gonna get 7.5 additional weapon damage with the capacitor. So mine is giving me already 30% weapon damage. All right, 30%. So if you were to remove that skill tier, you lose that 7.5. You lose the you're gonna lose 10% burn duration, 10% burn damage, and 5% radius, 1 ammo, right? And with the sticky EMP, you're gonna lose 10% burn damage, 20% burn duration, and 15 skill haste. Now guys, I want you to know something. Let me see, because I think I don't look at this. I had ensnare health here, so you could go for either damage or burn strength. I'm gonna go for burn strength, so the ticks are gonna be a little stronger. All right, and here I don't even have. Okay, this is all right. So my sticker should be even hitting harder now. It was 198, you see, increase 10k, so that's gonna be a lot better now. Okay, so I wanted to tell you about talents. Like I said, this build is open to any skills, any chest talents. Those were just fire and the sticky fire. What if I tell you that all the freaking skills are good with this build? Check this. Look at the damage, 123. And look at the time that it lasts on the floor. Remember, this is with no Memento backpack, because I reset the backpack for you to see the base numbers. Alright, what if I tell you that the Firefly does a bunch of damage as well. .8. What if I tell you that the Stinger Hive also does a lot of damage? Let me reset here. Look at the damage. What if I tell you that if you wanted to use the motor or the trap, is this a trap? No trap. Then you're gonna do really good damage as well, guys. You can literally use any freaking talent, any freaking skills, and you'll do great damage. Oh, it didn't explode. Wait, what? Did it do any damage here? I can test this here. It's doing the damage, but it doesn't show me how much. Okay, never mind. It does a lot of damage, trust me. Let me show you the numbers here. PvP per, and that's base. That's not taking in consideration the skill efficiency and none of that, okay? Let me show you another thing. Now you're gonna lose one skill tier, but you're gonna have fun with this one. Now if you wanted to use it at level 3, I'm gonna show you again the chem launcher. We were creating for 198 before. I changed the map, and then 208. 208 was the last number, right? Very hard. We went down to 203. So we're still doing a lot of damage. 203, right? And the initial burst was for 445. So that's where we took a hit. Now let me show you this, baby. You saw the damage, 1.5, and look at the bleed. .7, 53 bleed. Now whatever you want to use, like I said, I'm not bullshitting. You could use any skills. Now for the talents, because I haven't even used my capacitor. When I use the skills, I'm gonna proc spark. Spark is gonna give me an additional 15% total weapon damage, right? Now let me show you base numbers, because even though this is a tank skill build, I have 50% crits and 135 critical hit damage. Now this is my base numbers with the weapon itself. 315, right? Sparks active. We went to 363. Again, you don't have to use spark. You could go for this if you wanted to. Perfect efficient, use survivalist, and when you apply status, all your friends are gonna get that 10% damage to all those status effect enemies. But also, whenever you use an armor kit, you're gonna heal your teammates. So that's gonna be extremely good. Now I'm gonna show you another talent that works, but I wouldn't use it here because I want to be aggressive with this build. And with this talent, you have to be in cover. And it's Overwatch. Overwatch will give you both skill damage and weapon damage for you and your allies. Okay, so this is another option that you could use. Other than that, I wouldn't use anything else on this build. I wouldn't risk using glass cannon because I'm gonna be, it's just not gonna work. Okay, so don't bother with that talent. But it works. It could work, but you have to play more careful. And remember, we're not using any shields, so it's your choice. So again, when you use the 3 Enterprise and press International, you're gonna get, we don't care about the skill health. This is what we want: skill damage, skill efficiency. Skill efficiency again is status, skill damage, skill duration, repair skills, everything. When you pair that with Memento, again, you're gonna get a skill efficiency. Every time you pick up a trophy, you're gonna get bonus armor, weapon damage, and regen. With this build, I think the top I saw was 63k armor regen. If you wanted, you could also go this route. I wouldn't, because you lose a lot of skill damage and status. But I like I said, I like to show you all the possible combinations. Right here, this is another option. I'm not gonna show you the stats because I'm not gonna be changing much. But basically, it's gonna be the same: 50 crit chance and 137 critical hit damage. Once I put that mod here, but we lose a lot of damage and we lose a lot of skill damage. But I'll show you the numbers right now. $194. We had a lot, about 10k more with the other setup, but the initial damage is gonna be a little higher. Okay, but we want the status to be stronger than anything else and that lasts longer. With the Enterprise, International, and press, fuck, I always forget the number of that shit. With this press, remember, with the skill efficiency, your status, skill duration, and status effects are gonna last longer. And I tested this. I believe the difference was about 2 seconds. Let me try the motor. $56k bleed. And the initial 1.9. See, it increases quite a few with the skill damage, but the ticks are not as strong. Again, you could use any of these setups. This is the way that I'm gonna run this build. Okay, and do not use Pyromaniac. It doesn't hit as hard as a capacitor. Where's that other piece? Now everything is literally got rolled except this piece. I want to increase the status and the skill damage, but everything else. All right, so let's go for the pieces. We got 3 and press. Crit chance, crit damage mod on my chest, armor regen. Ideally, you want crit damage here, but no luck. We don't care about the regen. Regen, crit chance, crit damage. Again, spark will be my choice. A holster, we want the 10% status effects from Golan. So armor, crit damage, crit chance. If you wanted to, now you could include the vibrant piece. And but make sure that it's up to you if you want to run 1.3 million or 1.5. You could do more damage here. All my knee pads, I have status, skill damage, armor, crit chance, crit damage, and Memento. You know, the red, blue, and yellow core attribute with a crit chance mod. So let's just try it. Let's see what would happen. Let's do it with this one because we're only losing the 6% crit chance, and we're not gonna be shooting. All right, so everything else will stay the same, 1.5, but we should be hitting a little harder now. The initial damage is higher, but look, we took a loss here, 183. $445, 183. Now let me change back to that golden piece. We're gonna get the status and we lose the skill damage, right? 183, keep in mind that number. All right. See? That's 20k. So I'll say the golden is the way to go. Where's the initial damage? 445. So basically the same on the cam launcher. Now let me put back the wyvern piece. And let's try the mortar. The status effects, the bleed went up by 2k. And the initial damage also increased to 2 million. Let's switch back. And let's try that again. 58k bleed. So we dropped down to 53 and we lost about, what was it, 200k? And we lost 108k damage. So I mean, it's a trade-off. It's how you want to use the build. So let me just stop the video here. So I hope you all like the build. I really enjoy bringing you crazy ideas out of the box, or whatever you say that. And I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm gonna stop it here. I'm gonna do it in Spanish for Spanish people. And thank you all. I'll see you later. Peace. Hola, ¿qué tal mi gente? Mi nombre es Antrax y hoy les traigo el build que estaban esperando. Como pueden ver, tenemos un hybrid build con 1.5 millones de armadura, 4 amarillos y un rojo. Estamos usando el nuevo brand set, el lote de marca Empresa Internacional. Esto nos va a dar salud de habilidades, daño de habilidades y eficiencia de habilidad. No cometan el error de pensar que esto no funciona. Eficiencia de habilidad es literalmente daño de habilidad, estados alterados, duración de estados alterados, repair skills, todo está incluido en eficiencia de habilidad. No nos importa el salud de las habilidades. La razón por la cual también usamos ese set es porque con la mochila Memento también vamos a recibir eficiencia de habilidad. Cuando lo combinan los dos, hacen un buen equipo. Y el daño que puedes hacer es una locura. Los números que le enseñé fueron algunos sin usar la Capacitor. Otra cosa por la cual uso la Capacitor, como tenemos 4 amarillos, con la Capacitor vamos a agarrar un 30% de daño de arma. ¿Ok? Tengo la paramaniático de segunda. Idealmente prefiero que use mejor una escopeta. Si tiene la Capacitor con 0 stacks, cuando tengan una escopeta en mano, los daños de las habilidades van a ser mucho más altos. So, usen una escopeta que tenga daño de armadura y daño enemigo fuera de cobertura. Pueden usar Spike, pueden usar Perpetuación, cualquier talento y el daño va a ser enorme. Ok, vamos acá. Categoría de habilidad acá, con probabilidad, daño crítico y un monte de daño crítico. En el pecho pueden usar cualquier talento. Yo estoy usando chispas. Chispas ya lo arreglaron. Cada vez que yo use cualquiera de mis 2 skills y le haga daño a un enemigo, voy a recibir un 15% de daño de arma. Un daño total. Ok, vamos a hacer muy buen daño. Acá idealmente hubiese preferido daño crítico. Tener ese atributo acá en realidad no me da ningún beneficio. Tengo armadura, probabilidad y un daño crítico. Estamos usando una pieza Golem porque queremos el 10% de estados alterados acá. Tenemos armadura, daño crítico, probabilidad. En las rodilleras, que es lo único que no me gusta de mi build, porque todo lo otro está completamente maxeado. Acá tengo efectos alterados, daño y debilidad, armadura al máximo. Los guantes tenemos probabilidad, daño crítico, categoría de habilidad. Y la mochila Memento que me va a dar un rojo, un azul, un amarillo con un mod de probabilidad. Si le enseño mis números, tenemos 50 de probabilidad, 135 de daño crítico y de regeneración base tenemos 20k. Cuando la mochila esté llena vamos a subir a casi 64k. Ok. Acá, como había comentado antes, no necesariamente tienen que usar ese talento. Pueden usar Glass Cannon, pueden usar Kinetic Momento si quieren sacarle más provecho a las habilidades, ya que te va a dar los stacks. Déjame ver si tengo una pieza con eso para leérselo. No, no tengo acá. La otra opción que pueden hacer es usar eficiencia perfecto. ¿Dónde tengo esa mochila? Ok, ¿dónde está mi bella mochila? Acá. Pueden usar eficiencia perfecta. Un 75% de chance de no utilizar el armor kit. Combinan esto con la especialización de la ballesta y cada vez que uses un armor kit vas a curar a tu equipo, y cada vez que apliques un estado alterado a los enemigos, tus amigos van a recibir un 10% daño de arma contra esos enemigos, ¿ok? La otra opción que pueden hacer es usar 2 piezas Wyvern con 2 piezas Golem. Así reciben un % extra de regeneración, pero van a perder daño de debilidad. Créame, aunque acá dicen que vamos a agarrar un 10 y un 10, no vas a pegar lo mismo. Ok. Y aquí la otra Wyvern, si quisieran. Aquí. Y otra pieza Golem. Y listo. So, cualquiera de las dos pueden usar. Para mí, este es la mejor manera de usar este build. Si usan el técnico, van a recibir ese 10% de daño de debilidades y un extra amarillo acá, ¿ok? Que acuérdense, el amarillo nos va a dar más duración de quemadura, más daño de quemadura, más municiones, más radio. Igual acá con la Sticky Bomb mejora bastante el daño. Y como recibimos ese amarillo, recibimos un 7.5 daño extra de arma. ¿Okay? Por ahora, eso es todo lo que tengo. Vuelvo y repito, mi arma de mano siempre va a ser la órbita. Cuando pueda voy a activar ese talento, 35 y 40% de daño crítico. Fenomenal. Ok. Y básicamente pueden usar también cualquier skill. Si quisieran usar el mortero, si quisieran usar la trampa, si quisieran usar la libélula, todos los skills funcionan con este build. Ok, so espero que les haya gustado el video y nos vemos en la próxima.